struggling chef, a desperate restaurant, and a homeless man. But the next day, everything changed, because that man wasn't just anyone, he was Gordon Ramsay. Night falls on Le Fleur Rouge, a once promising bistro now nearly empty. Chef Marcus stands behind the counter with clenched fists as the last two disgruntled customers exit, muttering about their bland, overcooked meals. Marcus slams a pot down in fury. His young waitress, Sophie, flinches at the clang. She timidly suggests they apologize or offer a discount next time. But Marcus whirls on her, face red.
My food was perfect. Those idiots don't know good cuisine.
He refuses to accept any blame, even as his restaurant crumbles around him. As Sophie begins to lock up, the bell over the door jingles. A tired homeless man shuffles in, wringing his hands nervously.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but could I maybe get something to eat? Even leftovers? I haven't had a meal in a long time.
Sophie's eyes soften. She starts to say they might have some bread, but Marcus steps forward, bristling.
This is a restaurant, not a soup kitchen. We're closed. Get out.
The homeless man's eyes drop. He nods, weak with hunger and embarrassment. As he turns, Marcus delivers a final blow.
And don't come back, you worthless beggar.
The man flinches at the cruel words, but leaves without another word, the door closing with a hollow thud. An uncomfortable silence hangs in the air. Sophie stares at Marcus in dismay as he locks the door. Marcus mutters that he has enough problems of his own. Still, a prick of guilt tugs at him as he turns off the lights. The next morning, Marcus is in the kitchen early, prepping ingredients with grim determination. Sophie is quietly setting the dining room when suddenly the front door swings open.
We're closed until lunch.
Marcus!
Marcus spins around and nearly drops his knife. Standing in the doorway is Gordon Ramsay.
Chef Ramsay.
You remember that worthless beggar you threw out last night? That was me. But it shouldn't matter who I am. You treated a hungry man like trash.
Marcus's heart drops as he realizes the truth.
I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I was under so much stress.
No excuses. I heard this place was failing, and now I see why. I'm not even sure you deserve my help.
Please, give me a chance.
Fine, one chance. Show me the kitchen.
Gordon strides into the kitchen and is appalled by what he sees. Dirty pans piled up, grease and grime everywhere, a sour stench of spoiled food.
Look at this place. It's filthy.
He yanks open the fridge, revealing moldy leftovers and expired ingredients.
Disgusting. You've let this place rot.
Marcus hangs his head in shame.
Enough. Tonight, this dining room will be full of customers. You'll cook for a full house under my eye. If I see any ego or one raw dish, you're done. Understood?
Yes, chef.
That night, Le Fleur Rouge is packed. At first, Marcus manages to keep up and dishes leave the kitchen on time. But soon, mistakes start piling up. An overdone pasta here, an undercooked steak there. Complaints pour in from the dining room. Marcus's old temper flares. He begins to shout at his staff as things fall behind. The kitchen descends into chaos. A pan catches fire, and a pot of sauce boils over, sending up smoke.
Stop. I'm sorry, everyone. This service is over.
Angry diners stand up and leave, meals unfinished. Marcus watches in despair as the restaurant empties out in a matter of minutes. When it's all over, he stands trembling amid the wreckage. Burnt food on the stove, soup splattered on the floor, his team in silent shock. A tear slips down Marcus's cheek. He's never been so ashamed. This is rock bottom. The next morning, a devastated Marcus gathers his staff in the empty restaurant. With a shaky voice and tears in his eyes, he apologizes to them and to Ramsay.
I was wrong. about everything. I've been arrogant and cruel. I'm so sorry.
He bows his head and asks for another chance. Ramsay studies Marcus's face and sees genuine remorse.
If you're truly ready to change, then no more excuses. Let's get to work.
Marcus nods, determined to make amends. Under Ramsay's stern guidance, Marcus works harder than ever. He and his team deep clean the entire kitchen, scrubbing away years of grime and tossing out all the rotten, forgotten ingredients. Ramsay streamlines the menu and reteaches Marcus how to cook with passion and precision, reigniting the spark he'd lost. Marcus also learns to support his crew. When someone makes a mistake, he stays calm and helps fix it, slowly earning back their trust. One afternoon, Ramsay even takes Marcus to volunteer at a soup kitchen. Serving hot meals to people in need humbles him. Marcus can't stop thinking about the man he mistreated, vowing never to be that person again. Day by day, Marcus transforms, regaining his staff's confidence and finding pride in his work once more. Relaunch night. Le Fleur Rouge looks and feels like a new restaurant. Warm lighting, a straightforward menu of delicious comfort food, and a chef who has found his soul. The dining room fills up with familiar faces and new patrons drawn by talk of improvement. In the kitchen, Marcus is calm and focused, calling out orders with confidence. Sophie and the cooks respond eagerly, working as a united team. Plates of vibrant hot food stream out to the dining room. This time the customers are smiling. At one table, an elderly couple praises the tenderness of their beef stew. The atmosphere is night and day from the chaos before. Behind the line, Marcus moves with purpose, a leader now, rather than a tyrant. Even when a ticket comes in wrong, he stays cool and sorts it out politely. Ramsay stands in a corner, arms folded, watching like a proud mentor as Marcus handles the kitchen on his own. Then, near the entrance, Marcus notices a timid figure peek in, a homeless woman drawn by the wonderful smells. In the past, Marcus might have scowled and chased her off. Tonight, he does the opposite. He personally carries a bowl of hot soup and some bread out to her. Kindly,
Here on the house, you're welcome to sit by the patio and eat. And if you need more, just ask.
the woman's eyes widen in grateful surprise. "Thank you, bless you," she whispers. Marcus smiles warmly as he returns to the kitchen. This small act of kindness does not go unnoticed. Sophie wipes away a tear as she watches, and Gordon Ramsay smiles to himself. This is proof of Marcus's change. By the end of the night, the restaurant is a triumph. Satisfied guests leave glowing with praise, calling it the best meal they've had in ages, and some even applaud the chef enthusiastically. After closing, Ramsay gathers everyone.
Well done, all of you. You earned it.
Marcus steps forward, eyes wet.
Thank you, Chef, for giving me a second chance.
Ramsay smiles and shakes Marcus's hand firmly.
You earned it.
Marcus turns to his team, looking at each of them in gratitude.
And thank you for sticking by me.
His employees grin and pull Marcus into a celebratory hug. The nightmare is finally over. Karma has done its work, and a new beginning is here. Later that night, Marcus stands outside his restaurant, the same spot where he once screamed at a homeless man, now filled with humility. He gazes up at the stars with a thankful smile, blinking back a tear. Le Fleur Rouge is saved, and so is he. In learning to change his attitude, Marcus not only rescued his dream but also rediscovered his humanity. It's a redemption he will never forget.